Hi, this is Satiris Basakaropoulos, and in this video I want to just talk about who does your money actually go to, okay? I think it's just an important question for people to ask. And whenever you're paying stuff, whenever you're paying bills, you're paying mortgages, you're paying taxes, you're paying VAT, you're paying for your car, you're paying for all these different things every day of your life, and you're sort of going to a job and working really hard to just be able to pay these things. I think it's important that we basically ask the question, where does our money go to? So I think a lot of people don't actually really look into it too much, and they just assume there's a government out there and they're all looking out for them and they're paying, making sure everything's okay and so on and so forth. And they just, go like, unfortunately I have to say, but I would say like sheep, they go like sheep to their, job every day and just work and, pay 30% or 40% or 50% of their money straight to the government before they get a chance to invest it or spend it or reinvest it in their business. And just keep on doing that for years, and then once they get to maybe 60 or 70 they wonder where their money went to, why their pension isn't worth what it's worth, why they're maybe in a position that they're going to lose their house so they don't have enough income to live on or stuff like that. So the question, where does your money go to, would actually give you a broader picture if you actually really knew where your money went to. And the fact of the matter is that a lot of the government departments and stuff, which people think are the government, and they assume the government's like a legal character and they're very, very good and they're looking after everything and all this, really every single government department, from police to the Houses of Parliament to the court to the TV licensing, to every single thing is basically owned by a corporation. And the funny thing about it is if you actually look at the corporations, you'll see that they all actually own each other. And I was watching a video actually the other day, which was very interesting, and in fact, there was a lot of like top corporations, like top sort of government, corporations which people like fear, have to pay the government, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And when you actually look at it, I think one of them was owned by like IBM or something, right? So, I just wonder sometimes, when people are paying their, when people are paying their rates or paying their poll tax or paying their car tax, if they actually saw that, their money was going to IBM or, Microsoft or someone else, would they be feeling so, happy to just hand that over, and think that that's lawful and think that that's right? Because, personally, I think it's one big scam. I think it's one big scam, and people are sort of put into a false sense of security to believe that, this system would all crumble down around them, Like if you tell people that in the 1900s in America they didn't used to have tax or anything and everyone was fine, they wouldn't believe. They say, well, if you don't have tax, you won't have a road, and you won't have this, and you won't have that. But at the end of the day, if you actually had the money yourself and you weren't spending like trillions blowing up other countries, and you weren't building roads just for the sake of it because you've a deadline of 2 months to spend the money, then probably it would be done a lot better. As well as that, people spend thousands on the criminal justice system and stuff like that, paying overpriced solicitors and stuff like that for a system which is actually a privately owned corporation. It's a privately owned corporation. It's like going into your bank. Only people are sort of told like it's the government, but it's really not, because if you look into it, you'll see it's a privately owned corporation. So it's very, very interesting. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a link to a video about it below this video, and you can have a look at it for yourself, But I personally think it's crazy, the stuff that goes on. And I think it's very, very important to look, at where your money goes to, because you really need to be aware of stuff. There's a lot of people, in Greece and in different countries, who were purposely, a lot of these countries have been driven to the way they are because fake money has been given out that wasn't even in existence, and then they've been asked for money back, for these rich corporations to basically take it, and then what they've done is they've taken the assets off the people, they've taken the real assets, even if they didn't give anything, they've taken the land, take gold, take whatever, and in exchange, everyone sort of gets left in the soup. And then, these people go and they feel guilty, and they're like, oh, but, I, owe 200,000, I'm going to kill myself because I owe 200,000 to this bank. And really, if they knew that all the bank did was typed in, 200,000 in the computer, and the so-called government, right, who doesn't even own the company, says, oh yeah, we're the government, so we can print money. If you print money, we put you in jail for 20 years, but we can do it legally. We can, email 200,000 or 500,000 or 1 billion or whatever, and that's fine, and we can charge interest, which we'll give to the Rockefellers and to all the banks and stuff, and that's fine. We'll take your money, steal it off you, but we're the government, so it's legal. But if you do it, if you do counterfeit or whatever, or you rob a bank, you'll go to prison for the rest of your life. So it's very, very interesting, how they can do that sort of stuff and be allowed to get away with it, and people. But I think really a lot of people don't realise even what's going on. So definitely, if you watch that video, the first part you might think is not very interesting, and the person sounds a bit plain in it, and you maybe think he hasn't a clue, but if you listen to it and you watch it and you listen to the points, you'll realise that there's a lot of really, really valid points in it. And it helps if you know that stuff, because, you're not going to lose any sleep if you realise that the bank, says, oh, you owe us this, when you know that you were never actually given it in the first place. So it's very interesting, so definitely take a look at that, and if you find this video interesting or useful, if you would just click the subscribe button below, you can find out when the next video comes out, and also if you'd like to put your comments in below, that would be great as well. And you can also, if I would appreciate it also if you would just click the like button too, that would also be good. If you want to find out more about me, if you just click the link below this video, that'll take you to my website. And if you're not on my YouTube channel and you're already on my website, if you click the button below this video, you'll be able to find out more about what I do. So that's it for today's video. I'll talk to you again soon.